It's Wednesday, March 4th on the Auburn Torch. New ITA tennis rankings are setting up a top 5 showdown this weekend. Let's take a look at them. If you're listening to this, no matter who you are, if you're listening, let me know if you think, should we do a Substack has like a chat room option, like a chat option, and they make it sound so narcissistic, right? Like, you know, like, oh, your paid subscribers get access to you with a chat, and like, but like not for that reason, not that I'm anybody, but you know, would we want like to use the chat function just to talk about these sports, right? Like not just with me, obviously, but like with other people. You know, if another fan is subscribed to the Torch, that means they're pretty well invested, right? So just to be able to talk with like, see if we could build it up to where, you know, we could talk with like you could talk with other fans. I say that because sometimes I've had a couple, not many, but a couple people just DM the Auburn Torch Instagram account, like about gymnastics, because I think they just want like a place to talk about gymnastics, right? They just want a designated place, right? So they just DM me their thoughts, right? But like Substack has a chat thing, like we could try to do that, and like I don't know, we could do like threads for specific stuff, like, or we could just do one big one, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, this is Olympic. Anyway, let me know if you have a thought about that. And you know, while we're at it, just comment, have a good time. Today on the Auburn Torch, 5 to follow for this week. Equestrian's the lead there, but we've got men's tennis in there, we've got men's golf in there. Softball is in there, and gymnastics is in there. All athletes. So again, this is all athletes who are competing this next week, and why. You know, it's not necessarily just who are the best 5, right? It's who's maybe in a crucial position, who's maybe in an interesting position. You know, because they're a freshman or something like that, or maybe they're going into a rivalry that means something to them. So 5 to kind of watch. So if you're, you know, it's hard to follow these Olympic sports because it's not on that. I don't know. It doesn't get that coverage like football, men's basketball. Here you go. Here's 5 that you can look at and kind of follow for this week. I want to just take a look at the rankings, especially for men's and women's tennis and golf, because tennis, if you missed our tweet, the women's tennis rankings have finally gotten their stuff together. Here, if you're looking on video, I mean, Auburn was number 1 in a certain ranking in women's tennis. They're outstanding. They were semifinalists at ITA Indoor Nationals, having a great year, and for whatever reason, and this is, you know, these rankings are. It's not like a poll, like the AP poll. It's based on an algorithm, and it's based on, you know, numbers. For whatever reason, Auburn was bogged down in February, down to number 13 on the 19th and again on the 24th. You know, and they were number 4 in January, and nothing. They hadn't lost. They lost one match to number 1 Georgia in the semifinals of the ITA National Championship tournament. Like, what is happening? But anyway, all to say, things have finally course corrected this week, and whatever was being overweighed or overweighted or whatever, you know, a parent was replying to me on Twitter saying that not basically playing non-conference games just hurts you in the way this ranking is set up, which is ridiculous. And so anyway, whatever happened, it's course corrected at least enough to move Auburn up to number 5. I still think it's interesting that their world tennis number, if you're watching on video, is still so much better than everyone else's. Obviously in the UTR, we'll talk about it in a second, that also does, so that also is all algorithm, all number, and I don't know, the number, most of the numbers love Auburn, and there's some other number that just doesn't. Anyway, number 1 is Georgia, number 2 is Ohio State, number 3 is North Carolina, and number 4 is LSU. Funny you say that. Auburn heads into a meeting with LSU. It's going to be a top 5 showdown this Saturday at LSU. So, big one coming up for the women's tennis team. And then I guess let's just stick with the women. So, yeah, you go to the UTR, which is a new ranking system, and Auburn is number 1. Texas A&M is actually number 2. They're number 8 in the other one. Number 3 is Georgia. Number 4 is North Carolina. And number 5 is LSU. So, hey, either way you slice it, top 5 showdown this weekend between Auburn women's tennis and LSU women's tennis. That should be very interesting. And then if we look at the men are, I think, 19. That's right, 19th in the ITA rankings for men, and then Auburn is 19. Hey, look, we have alignment. 19 in the UTR rankings as well. I'm interested in the player rankings. There's definitely hold on, UTR college women's tennis. It's trying to make me sign up if I use that link, but I bet if I come from out here, yeah, here we go. Oh, right. I remember this. It has best college players, but it doesn't actually list their college. So I just have to go off of knowing that Auburn has the number 6 player, number 7 player, and number 9 player in the UTR rankings. That's pretty good. Those are Ekaterina Karitadinova, Angela Akatoye, and Myrna Rafat. All that's number 6, number 7, number 9, all in the top 10. And so we'll take a look at golf too, since they're up there. I don't think there's any movement here. Well, these are okay. These weren't updated this week, so that would explain that, or at least not yet. Maybe it'll be up later this afternoon. But yeah, so Auburn number 2 on the men's side and number 5 on the women's side. The women having a tough time on that course out in Hilton Head. We will see how they finish today. And then the men, though, ended up just short by 1 stroke with Virginia in a real Highlands. I'm trying to find this tournament. Yeah, Southern Highlands Collegiate. Ended up 1 stroke. Virginia wins 15 under to Auburn's 14 under. Number 18, a 622-yard number 18. That's kind of nuts, right? That's a long hole. 3 bogeys for Auburn at the very end. If you just par out 2 of those, Auburn wins the tournament. So really tough to see it go down at the end like that. But I mean, that's such a long hole. Jeez Louise. But then, it was interesting to see, Nick Kleinert said, the good news is we get to play again here in less than a week and try to get a win again, and Virginia will be there again. So he didn't say that, but I'm saying it. So this little rivalry simmering between these 2 burnt orange and Navy schools. Very interesting. So we should have another really interesting one to follow Jake Albert, read about him today on the Torch. He's in the 5 to follow. Just a little quick look at him. He had counting scores. When you're getting counting scores from your freshmen every single round, and he finished at 6 under, just a stroke back from Jackson. That's what you want to see. I think he finished tied for 4th. That's right. No, he didn't 4th. He just finished 4th, straight up. So, yeah. The winner on the individual side, 10 under. Second place, 8 under. Jackson in third place, 7 under. Jake Albert, 6 under in 4th. So, hey, let me just call it there. That's all I got for today. On the all sports schedule tonight, all day is Auburn women's golf at the Darius Rucker. It is on Golf Channel again, so check it out if you like. And then women's basketball tonight at 5 o'clock in the SEC tournament against Texas A&M. Texas A&M won by a lot in their regular season showdown, so not expecting too much. But hey, we'll see if we can. We'll see if we can be surprised by Auburn women's basketball. So we'll see. And then tomorrow, it's a two match road swing for women's tennis. They're at Ole Miss tomorrow afternoon, and that'll be the only thing on the schedule for March 5th. So let me get out of here. Nice, quick and dirty, nice and easy today. I bet I still went 12 minutes. I mean, every time I'm like, let's go fast, it's always 12 minutes. I don't know. I don't have a clock on this. But anyway, we'll be back tomorrow, and you guys take care.